with Joe. Joe, can you just give us a quick rundown of who you are, your background, and everything?
Yeah, my name's Joe Darger. I'm the owner of Cactus Kitchen and Bath here in Arizona. I've been in the industry doing cabinets and countertops flooring for since 2014. So been doing it quite a while. Been a lot of business in this field and dealt with a lot of marketing companies. Um, so I've got quite a bit of experience when it comes to not only the kitchen and bath and dealing with cabinets, countertops, and flooring, but dealt with a lot of marketing companies.
Yep. Cool. Can you just like talk more into like what you have tried in the past regarding marketing and what's worked, what's not worked?
From a marketing perspective, I feel like I've tried about everything.
Yeah.
Dealt with all the lead aggregators from Angie, Home Advisor, to Thumbtack, and man, there's a lot of them. House, a lot of the lead aggregators. I've dealt with a lot of agencies from Google Ads to Facebook Ads to SEO. I've tried about every angle, from digital to traditional marketing, doing TV ads, and flyers, and I've tried about every angle that you can think of when it comes to marketing.
Yeah. And why would you say it has been a bit more challenging, like getting results with those type of ads?
Every type of marketing I've tried gets me some customers, but not at an acceptable ROI. So I've tried and put money into and spend $5,000 on some ads and get $5,000 or $10,000 back in business, which doesn't work. You lose money that way in business. So I've tried a lot of angles on the marketing side, and from my business, I found a few that work, but a lot of them are just either a waste of money or you're dealing with the wrong agency that makes a lot of promises.
Yeah. It's probably like the fact with a lot of like these shared like lead sources. It's like a lot of them don't have like the incentives aligned, and it's just like to get to like the next level in the business, you just need to have that consistency, so you can confidently hire new employees, scale up the operations to then handle that volume of appointments coming in and everything. And that's like, if just your lead source is not performing 1 month, then you're kind of in trouble.
Yeah, because marketing's very not cheap. It's very expensive, and if you don't have it dialed in the correct way, it can eat you alive real quick. So super important that you're dealing with the marketing company that knows what they're doing, and that's why I've enjoyed working with you guys. You guys have been great. It's been great to work with. I think it's been refreshing about your company is you take full ownership of providing the quality appointment, right? Too many marketing companies I've dealt with, there's a lot of variables there. Some of them say that they're doing their job by providing quality appointments or quality leads, I should say. They say they're providing quality leads, but at the end of the day, the lead comes in, and if we can't get a hold of them, or when we do get a hold of them, it's been a while. Sometimes if you're not super on top of those leads, or the second they come in, they're called. It's difficult as you're trying to run a business. If you're dealing with customers or on the phones, on another call, and a lead comes in, sometimes it might take you 10, 15 minutes to get to a lead. And so it's been great to have your team not only handle the marketing side of driving the leads, but also the background and appointment settings. So getting those leads on the phone and qualifying them and getting them on our schedules and appointment. So that way you guys are kind of handling it from A to Z, and then it's up to us to go out and close them. So that's been great as dealing with you as a marketing agency.
Yeah, nice. I appreciate the kind words. And what are like the results? Just like summing up 2025. I think we started like maybe 4 months into the year, so we've been working together like for 8 months. What are kind of the results you've seen so far?
Yeah, since I've been working with your company, the results, we've done just over $1 million in sales from your ads. So it's great to be able to track it closely like that. We track all of our marketing closely, and you know, I would say probably 80 to 90% of the appointments we go on are pretty good appointments. Of course, you get ones that sneak in here and there that don't quite understand or whatever, but for the most part, they're good appointments. And so, kind of right down the line of what we do. It's been great. A little over $1 million in sales in the first year, so looking forward to doubling that this year.
Exactly. I would also say that, like, some kudos to you is like, there's a lot of business owners that have like a bit of limiting beliefs when it comes to marketing, because, you know, in the first 60 days, I think we did like 300K, and then you just started like ramping up the spends, because it's like when you have something that's working, you know, it's just about doubling down on it. So what is kind of like your whole like marketing philosophy? Because there's a lot of business owners that would be like, they would be afraid, they would be attached to the numbers instead of just looking at the math breakdown.
Yeah. Well, any sort of marketing, it doesn't produce overnight, right? It takes some time. You know, I always say it usually takes at least 60 to 90 days to really kind of see a decent snapshot of it, and sometimes up to 6 months. There's lots of leads and appointments that come in that are just at the beginning of their buying cycle, and they may take 3 to 6 months to be ready to do a full project of that size, right? This is not small ticket items. It's not buying a candy bar, right? It's customers want to spend $20 to $30 to $40,000 or more on a project, and so they take their time in a lot of instances. Depending on where they come in, you got to give it a little bit of time to really see the full picture of it. But I think you can get a pretty good idea within 60 to 90 days of what's coming. So that's pretty. Anyone out there that gets a little bit hesitant on it, it's, of course, you have to be dealing with the right marketing agency. You can't stick around forever if it's not producing results. But a good snapshot's a good 60 to 90 days. And like you said, I think the first 60 to 90 days we did, I would say the first 30 days we did 80 to 100,000 or something like that in sales, and then it just kind of went up from there. So we've stayed pretty consistent with driving business over the last year.
Yeah, absolutely. And the little corny one, if someone were on the fence with kind of joining our program, what would you say to them?
Well, what I would say to them, if they're on the fence of joining it, I would say, you know, if their current marketing isn't broke, then maybe don't fix it. But if you're looking for a good marketing agency that has produced great results for me and many others that I've worked with or I've talked to, I would say jump on board, give it a shot, and give it 60 to 90 days before you make any decisions on whether they're good or not. I've dealt with probably 20 different marketing agencies myself, and most of them didn't make it past the 60 to 90 day mark. They get you on board, then they don't do what they say they're going to do. So it's been refreshing with you that everything you said you're going to do, you've done it, and then more actually. You know, you've done more than you said you're going to do. So, which is great. So I would say, yeah, it's definitely worth a shot. If you've got time in your schedule to make sure you can do your part of the process and go on the appointments, and show up on time, and follow up on your proposals. If you got that time in your schedule, I know your team can definitely put the quality appointments on their schedule. All
right. Yeah. Well, I appreciate the interview, and I'm excited to crush it in 2026.
That's right. I'm looking forward to it. Appreciate you.